You know what's wild? 5 years ago, if someone told you they were passionate about sparkling water brands, you'd assume they were kidding. Fast forward to today, and the sparkling water aisle looks like a craft beer section. 20 different brands, all promising hydration and enlightenment, half of them costing more than actual juice. The sparkling water industry has convinced millions of us to pay premium prices for carbonated water with the faint suggestion of fruit. When a 12-pack costs more than chicken breast, this actually matters. So yeah, we're ranking 8 sparkling waters from worst to best. Smash that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously overpriced fizz. Number 8, LaCroix Pamplamoose. Launched in 1981, LaCroix became the millennial seltzer icon of 2016 through 2018 before everyone realized it tastes like absolutely nothing. What you get is a carbonated memory of fruit wrapped in pastel Instagram bait. The carbonation assaults your tongue while the bubbles overpower any hint of actual flavor. Your taste buds wait for something, anything, to happen while the fizz fades in 60 seconds. The flavor intensity, phantom level. It literally tastes like TV static with a grapefruit in the adjacent room. At $3 to $5 per 12-pack, that's 25 to 40 cents per can. You're paying a quarter to drink someone's vague recollection of citrus. The ingredients say carbonated water, naturally essence, and the FDA doesn't require them to explain what that actually means. Twitter roasted this into legend. People said it tastes like someone sitting next to you thinking really hard about a piece of fruit. And the real kicker, a 2018 lawsuit claimed their natural flavors included linalool, the ingredient used in cockroach insecticide. LaCroix survives on millennial nostalgia and sunk cost fallacy. They're banking on colorful cans and the word pamplamoose, making you feel fancy enough to ignore that you're drinking carbonated disappointment. But if you think phantom grapefruit is disappointing, wait until tropical flavors go horrifically wrong. Number 7, Bubly Coconut Pineapple PepsiCo launched Bubly in 2018 with emoji-faced cans to capture Gen Z hearts through cuteness rather than actual flavor. Coconut pineapple was supposed to transport you to tropical paradise. Instead, it delivers you to the sunscreen aisle at CVS. The carbonation is decent, which makes the flavor failure tragic. By sip 5, you're gargling tropical tanning oil. It leaves a waxy lip balm coating that screams artificial coconut louder than a Bath & Body Works candle section. The aftertaste lingers for 2 to 3 minutes like SPF 30 sunscreen you accidentally swallowed. At $4 to $5 per 8-pack, that's 50 to 62 cents per can. The ingredients, carbonated water and natural flavors with zero actual fruit juice. PepsiCo's. Flavor scientists tried to recreate pineapple and coconut from chemical compounds alone. Amazon reviewers went full caps lock. This is the worst tasting drink I've ever tasted. Another said it tastes like drinking chemicals. And get this, 2020 Consumer Reports found Bubly contained 2.24 parts per trillion of PFAS, forever chemicals above recommended limits. Bubly exists because PepsiCo watched LaCroix print money. They're hoping the cute can distract you from drinking liquid disappointment. At least Bubly's carbonation is decent. Our next entry can't even deliver consistent bubbles. Number 6, Liquid Death Severed Lime. Founded in 2019 by a Netflix creative director who thought water needed a death metal makeover, Liquid Death packages Austrian Alps water in tallboy beer cans with skull logos. What you actually get is a confused identity crisis. The carbonation is gentle with soft bubbles, less aggressive than you'd expect from death metal branding. The flavor sits around 5 out of 10. It contains both lime and orange flavors plus agave sweetener, creating something that tastes like watered down Diet 7-Up. Here's where it gets tricky. It lacks citrus punch because 2 grams of agave sugar removes the tart aggression. The aftertaste is sweet rather than sour, which feels backwards for lime. At $2 to $3 per 16.9 ounce can, that's 12 to 18 cents per ounce. The most expensive per ounce option tested. Compare it to Polar Lime, which scores 8 out of 10 for citrus zing. Liquid Death scores 4 out of 10 and tastes like diet soda cosplaying as wellness water. Liquid Death thrives on TikTok virality and hardcore hydration memes. Brilliant marketing covering mediocre execution. The death metal aesthetic is entertaining even if the flavor falls short. Speaking of expectations versus reality, what if a budget brand actually delivered better quality? Number 5, Polar Orange Vanilla. Founded in 1882, Polar has been perfecting aggressive carbonation for over 140 years. Orange Vanilla is their orange creamsicle tribute, and it delivers nostalgic childhood vibes. The carbonation is intense. 4 to 5 grams of CO2 per liter creates soda-level fizz that prickles your tongue in the most satisfying way. The flavor hits 8 out of 10 with vanilla so dominant you can smell it through an unopened can. It leaves a slightly creamy phantom sensation despite zero dairy. The aftertaste features clean vanilla notes that linger 20 to 30 seconds. Here's the real kick on price, $1.59 per 2-liter bottle. That's 6.6 cents per ounce. The best value to quality ratio in the entire category, beating premium brands by over 50%. America's Test Kitchen declared Polar the best and bubbliest. Reviewers say it tastes expensive despite costing $1.59. The flavor is 3 times bolder than LaCroix. Carbonation lasts 5 to 7 minutes versus competitors' 2 to 3 minutes. Polar dominates through actually delivering on the better carbonation promise. When the budget option outperforms premium brands by actually tasting like something, it's a win for smart shoppers. If this is already saving you from wasting money on overpriced bubbles, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Polar proves essence-only formulas can work. But what if you want the real thing? Number 4. Spindrift Grapefruit. Boston-based Spindrift launched in 2010 with a revolutionary concept, sparkling water that actually contains fruit juice. The grapefruit variety uses 5% real grapefruit juice blended with orange and lemon. The carbonation is gentle because real fruit juice reduces carbonation absorption. Bubbles fade in 60 to 90 seconds, but that's the trade-off for authentic flavor. The flavor intensity is genuinely authentic at 8 out of 10. Tart, tangy, and pleasantly bitter like biting into actual ruby red grapefruit. There's a slightly pulpy texture from real fruit particles. The aftertaste offers clean citrus with 0 chemical notes. At $1.50 to $2 per can, that's 12.5 cents per ounce. The ingredients list carbonated water, grapefruit juice at 5%, orange juice, lemon juice, hibiscus. No vague, natural flavors, just real food. Reviewers rave it mimics biting into ripe, ruby red grapefruit. LaCroix scores 2 out of 10 for fruit taste. Spindrift scores 8 out of 10. That's 400% more authentic. The calorie trade-off? 15 calories versus 0 for Essence waters. But reviewers say real juice is worth it. Spindrift fills this gap for consumers who realize Essence-only seltzers taste like carbonated lies. Turns out people will pay more when brands don't gaslight them about flavor. Real juice delivers authentic flavor. But what if you want extreme carbonation and mineral complexity? Number 3, Topo Chico original bottled since 1895 from a legendary Monterrey, Mexico spring. Topo Chico spent 122 years as a Texas regional secret before Coca-Cola acquired it in 2017. The original variety delivers 6 to 7 grams of CO2 per liter. The carbonation is ultra crisp with tiny, sharp bubbles that feel like Velcro texture. Lightly spiky, pleasurably prickly, bubbles persist for over 10 minutes. The flavor is mineral forward with 15 milligrams of sodium creating subtle salinity. Despite aggressive bubbles, the mouthfeel is surprisingly smooth. The aftertaste features clean mineral notes with slight saltiness and 0 metallic taste. At $1.50 to $2 per glass bottle, that's 12 to 16 cents per ounce. The ingredients are mineral water, naturally carbonated plus extra CO2 added, and minerals for taste, simple and transparent. Custom sentiment, ultra crisp, intensely. Carbonated. It has higher CO2 than Polar but feels smoother. And get this, it's the mixer for Texas ranch water. Tequila plus lime plus Topo. Topo Chico thrives on legend and Texas regional pride weaponized into national cult status. They're selling 125 years of healing spring mythology plus the most aggressive bubbles money can buy. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit that like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Topo Chico proves mineral water can be extraordinary. But what happens when craft culture applies that quality to essence-based flavors? Number 2, Waterloo Black Cherry, founded in 2017 by Austin entrepreneurs. Waterloo's watered down nothing motto promised bold flavors to compete with LaCroix's phantom offerings. Black Cherry delivers with 3.5 to 4 grams of CO2 per liter and months of flavor artist testing. The carbonation is champagne-like with strong bubbles that persist 4 to 5 minutes. The flavor intensity is impressively complex at 9 out of 10 with tart to sweet evolution. tastes like dark cherry with vanilla undertones. The most fascinating part? The journey. First sip punches with tart cherry. Mid-can turns pleasantly sweet. The finish delivers unexpected vanilla depth. The aftertaste is a sophisticated 25 to 30 second progression from cherry to vanilla to dry champagne notes. At $4 to $6 per 12 pack, that's 33 to 50 cents per can. The ingredients list purified, carbonated water and natural flavors expertly crafted through months of testing. Near perfect 10 out of 10 in blind taste tests. It has 3 times more flavor complexity than Bubly Cherry, twice as bold as LaCroix, plus 0 waste purification and Whole 30 approved. Waterloo succeeds by actually investing in flavor development. They target consumers who abandon LaCroix after realizing essence-only seltzers are scams. When your 0-calorie water delivers champagne sophistication with cherry vanilla depth, premium pricing feels justified. Waterloo proves craft attention can elevate essence formulas. But there's one brand that takes bold flavor even further. Number 1, Polar Seltzer Jr. Mermaid Songs. Polar took their legendary carbonation and crammed it into whimsical 7.5 ounce mini cans with fantasy names. Mermaid Songs delivers fresh watermelon with candy cherry finish at 9.5 out of 10 flavor intensity. The carbonation is ultra aggressive with Polar's signature crack when opened. 4 to 5 grams of CO2 packed into 7.5 ounces creates remarkable bubble density. The flavor is explosive with 70% fresh watermelon, 30% candy cherry finish. Tastes more like actual fruit than most essence-only competitors. Bottom line, it's fresh nectar that brightens without artificial notes. The candy cherry kiss enhances rather than overwhelm with a watermelon base. The aftertaste is a clean, fruity finish that lingers 20 to 25 seconds. At $4 to $5 per 8-pack, that's 6.7 to 8.3 cents per ounce. The ingredients are triple filtered water, aggressive carbonation, natural flavors, same Polar quality in playful packaging. Customer sentiment? I would crash a sailboat into rocky cliffs to get a sip. It's bolder than Spindrift despite no juice, 5 times more flavor than LaCroix. Polar Jr. brilliantly bridges kid appeal with adult sophistication by making seltzer fun rather than wellness-coded. They're betting that whimsical branding combined with actual taste beats Instagram aesthetics. At 7 to 8 cents per ounce, you're paying for the most aggressive carbonation and boldest flavor tested. The sparkling water industry convinced people that carbonated air with vague fruit suggestions deserves premium shelf space. Most brands get away with it because we've accepted naturally essenced as good enough. What did we learn? LaCroix and Bubly prove viral aesthetics can't hide phantom flavors. Liquid Death shows death metal marketing without substance is expensive posturing, but Polar Orange Vanilla demolishes the myth that quality requires premium pricing. Spindrift and Topo Chico prove transparency matters. And Waterloo Black Cherry plus Polar Mermaid Songs demonstrate what happens when brands invest in actual flavor. The takeaway? Don't pay for bubbles you can barely taste. Don't fall for naturally essence when brands won't explain what that means. And don't accept that 0 calories requires 0 flavor. Choose based on what you actually taste, not what the marketing tells you to believe. Hit subscribe if this changed how you'll shop the beverage aisle, and drop a comment telling us which sparkling water you think we got wrong.